This is the CyberPower battery backup. The unit is very heavy, weighs 25 pounds. This is the top of the line unit, 1500 VA, 1000 watts. The plug has this cool little angle to it. And the power cord is about 5 feet 3 inches long. There's an instruction sticker saying that you should plug it in and charge it for 8 hours before using it. And before I charge it, I'm going to take it apart and look inside. Remove these 2 Phillips head screws on the bottom front, and then you slide the panel down and out. Move the front panel out of the way, and then you remove this bracket right here. There's 2 Phillips heads. And then you can get access to the batteries. To fully remove the batteries, you'd have to remove these spade connectors. On the back panel, I removed 4 Phillips head screws at each corner. And you can see inside, there's the circuit board. There's a tiny little fan in there. Now I'm going to plug it in for the very first time. There's no lights, but it shows it's drawing 17 watts of electricity. So that means that the batteries are charging. It's the next day. I've let it charge overnight. Right now it's pulling 2 watts of electricity, and I'm going to power it on for the first time. Shows my electricity is 123 volts, and now the unit is running at 4 watts. So that's the overhead of just this thing trickle charging and keeping an eye on the batteries that are inside. After 60 seconds, the display automatically shuts off. And now it's reading 3 watts. So just having the display on is 1 watt of electricity. And you can turn the display on permanently. You press and hold the display button. For 2 seconds, it'll beep, and now that will always be on. And the LCD screen swings out. That's as far as it'll go. But it kind of gives you a better view if you're sitting up and this is on the floor. First thing I'm going to try is to plug in my Galaxy Tab. See what kind of power charging it has. Okay, it's just normal charging. It doesn't say fast charging. Now I'm going to try my phone with the USB-C port. Ooh, the USB-C says charging rapidly. So the normal USB port is just regular charging. USB-C is fast charging. I just plugged the USB-C into the tablet, and it's showing fast charging, and it's pulling 11 watts from the wall. I'm going to show some of the menu functions. Right now it says input 123 volts. That's from my house power into the unit. Output 123 volts. That's what's coming out of the battery unit. 60 hertz output. 0 watts output because I don't have anything plugged into it at the moment. 100% battery capacity. Estimated runtime 190 minutes. Event 0. Every time there's a power outage, it'll record an event number. This is a battery backup that I'm going to plug a desktop computer and monitor into. For instance, if you're doing a Windows update or working on an important project on your computer and the power goes out, it won't wreck your computer. So this will kick in and it'll seamlessly keep your computer running. It also has this feature called automatic voltage regulation, where it smooths out the power. So you always get clean energy. So you don't get little brownouts or surges. Helps your electronics run a lot cleaner. You've got 6 battery protected outlets and 6 more just surge protected outlets. So this is where I've got it set up. I have it set up so the display is always on and it's showing the wattage. I like to see how much electricity all my equipment is using. Currently I have my modem, computer speakers, monitor, and a laptop plugged into it. Pretty soon I'm going to buy a new desktop computer that's going to go right here. Right now I'm using electricity from my house. But I'm going to pull the plug and we're going to watch what happens. Everything has continued to run. I didn't lose internet access. Computer stayed powered on. So it's switched to battery power. Shows estimated runtime 82 minutes. And it makes a beep about every 60 seconds or so. So most power outages are just a few seconds, maybe a couple minutes, 5 minutes. So I could continue working, and then if it lasted like 30 minutes or so, I would shut the computer down and save my files. I notice now that it's running on battery power, I can hear the little fan running. It's just a slight little buzzing noise. But when it runs on the house power, it's completely silent.